In many wartime films and dramas, you see bomber gunners firing with friendly aircraft visible in the background. It raises a real question. How common was friendly fire among bombers in the Second World War? Start with how bombers flew. American formations were tight, disciplined, and designed around three competing goals. Put a mass of bombs on the target, keep the formation flyable for hours at a time, and maximize overlapping gun coverage against fighters. No single formation could be perfect at all three. A super tight stack was great for bombing, but hard to fly and easy to attack. A tall vertical stack would be ideal for defense, but impractical at bomb release. Crews learned to fly in combat boxes, accept compromise, and protect the group as a team. Tactics evolved. Late in 1943, with blind bombing and long-range fighters coming in, the 8th Air Force shifted from a 54-aircraft wing to a more manageable 36-aircraft combat box. The lead set speed, altitude, and course. Only the lead could use autopilot. Everyone else flew by hand to hold spacing and keep the guns overlapping without pointing through friendly airframes. The guns themselves mattered. The Browning 50 caliber M2 fired roughly 750 to 850 rounds per minute, up to about 14 rounds each second. Its lethal reach stretched to about 4 miles, but practical effectiveness with flexible iron-sighted guns was about 600 yards. That still meant every bomber inside a formation sat within the effective and lethal envelopes of other bombers' guns. To reduce stray hits between groups, higher command-spaced combat boxes miles apart, often on the order of the gun's lethal range. Training tackled the human factor. Gunners drilled silhouette recognition, range estimation, and deflection. A blunt rule of thumb was repeated again and again. If any fighter points its nose at you and is within range, you fire. It saved lives, but in the chaos of converging formations and crossing fighters, it also set the stage for misidentification. Engineering added safety nets. The B-17, B-24, and B-29 turret systems used mechanical and electrical firing interrupters that blocked the guns from shooting into the bomber's own propellers, tailplane, or certain structure arcs. They did not protect the airplane with landing gear extended or bomb bay doors open. Waist guns were mounted and restricted, so a gunner could not sweep across his own wing. What do the numbers say? The 8th Air Force analyzed damage on tens of thousands of returning bombers. Every hole was logged by location, direction, and suspected source. The picture is clear. Ground flak dominated, causing roughly 83.7% of all damage. Enemy aircraft cannon, including 20mm and 30mm, accounted for only a few percent. Enemy machine guns added a few more percent. Friendly machine gun fire from other bombers produced about 2% of damage. Self-inflicted machine gun fire added roughly 1 to 2%. Fallen shell cases and links caused about 4%. A small remainder was listed as other or unknown. In short, friendly and self-inflicted machine gun damage combined to only a few percent of the total. Yet, when opposition was heavy and the sky was crowded, investigators noted that as many as 1 in 5 machine gun hits on a bomber could be friendly or self-inflicted. Escorts were rarely the culprits. Fighter pilots typically engaged away from the formation before German aircraft reached the bombers. The fighters also worried about being shot by nervous gunners, which kept them cautious near the boxes. On D-Day over the Channel, the United States Army Air Forces put P-38s over the fleet because the twin boom silhouette was unmistakable and less likely to be misidentified as German. Night operations brought their own risks. When B-29s shifted to low-altitude incendiary raids over Japan, commanders briefly ordered most guns unloaded to reduce friendly fire in dark, congested airspace. Ammunition was phased back in with strict rules. tail guns for self-defense only, and lower turrets for suppressing searchlights or ground targets below. Casualty data align with the airframe picture. A United States Army medical study found most crew wounds came from flak, followed by a smaller share from cannon and machine guns. Secondary missiles mattered too. Plexiglass shards, airframe fragments, bullet-resistant glass splinters, electrical bits, and even .50 caliber ammunition struck by enemy fire caused notable injuries. So, how common was friendly fire among bombers? It was real but rare compared to flak and enemy weapons. Training, interrupters, and discipline formations kept the risk low. But in crowded skies, under stress, errors happened. The rule for escorts remained simple. Do not point your nose at a bomber formation. And the rule for gunners stayed just as simple. Recognize fast, hold fire until within range, and protect the box.